It's good to know who your starting quarterback is. It's especially good to have that information a few weeks before facing Alabama. Nick Dempsey joins us from Conquest Chronicles to break down the USC quarterback situation. Head coach Clay Helton making the decision, who knows when, but announcing that decision of Max Browne as the starter over Sam Darnold on a Saturday. Nick, thanks for joining us as always. Your thoughts about Helton making a decision that we all anticipated for several months now?
Yeah, it's a little surprising. Not that Max Browne's the quarterback. We kind of all assumed that. He's been there for several years now. He sat behind Cody Kessler, learning the system. Well, he's been through a ton of coaches, but the surprising part is Clay Helton said back in the spring he's going to name his starting quarterback by the end of spring. We're going to go start preparing with our starting quarterback in place because we've got Alabama and Stanford and Notre Dame we got to get ready for. Well, before the spring was even over, Helton came back and said, well, now, hold on, wait a minute. This is going to be a little bit tougher to make a decision than we thought. So this spiraled into, this went from basically coronating Max Browne into a full-fledged competition that lasted up until about yesterday afternoon. Well, Friday night was the last scrimmage. This was not a reflection on Browne. This was apparently Sam Darnold just was that impressive that he showed so much. He added some mobility and was able to move the pocket, and Helton really liked that, but he did not like his lack of understanding about the offense, whereas Max Browne he was a lot more comfortable with. So he really put him through the ringer, made him compete for every second. But sure enough, come Saturday morning or afternoon, he made the decision, sat down both players and spoke with their families. And then Saturday, just shy of exactly 2 weeks before kicking off against Alabama, about 2 weeks and 2 hours, give or take, he finally named Max Browne, the guy we all thought just took a lot longer. So now Max Browne's in at quarterback, and the next 2 weeks are all about preparing to beat Alabama.
Yeah, so Browne is the redshirt junior, Darnold is the redshirt freshman. Obviously knows the offense better, as you allude to, a little bit more comfortable based on what we hear out of camp in regards to throwing the ball downfield, reading the defense, getting the ball downfield, and also despite the run-heavy philosophy that we expect, there is going to be some room for the up-tempo offense, and obviously you need that at the end of the half, at the end of the game, and Browne excelling in those situations. So it's been a long time coming. This is a kid that was number one rated out of high school, and he has seen quarterbacks not rated clearly as high as he was coming out of the prep ranks go on and star, and now move on to the NFL. And the extreme example of Jared Goff as the number one pick to the NFL. So finally, Browne has it all on him, and hopefully is ready to go.
Yeah, he should be fine, though. He's going to have the best offensive line probably in the Pac-12. He's going to have a solid running game. It's going to be more than just Juju Smith-Schuster to throw the ball to. While Smith-Schuster, amazing, he's going to have way more targets and actual tight ends this season, which is a shockingly new thing for USC. So he's going to have a ton of weapons. He might not have to do anything too spectacular. He's just going to have to keep moving the ball down the field, not make mistakes. He's got a ton of weapons, and so I think this is more about being able to manage all of these pieces, almost play like a point guard in basketball than anything. So it's pretty exciting. He might turn out to be even better because he had to go through this competition, but now he's got two teams in the top 10, in the preseason top 10 in the first 3 weeks, both of them away from the Coliseum. So, congratulations, but welcome to college football, guy.
Yeah, they're firing real bullets starting in just a couple weeks. And from what you tell us, based on Darnold's performance, it's good to know that it wasn't a situation where he just was lost, couldn't grasp the offense, wasn't quite as good as he was touted. That if they have to go in that direction, as many teams do throughout the season because of ineffectiveness or injury, that Darnold might be ready to go. We see it more and more in college football today than we saw years ago. Freshmen, especially redshirt freshmen that have been in the system now for going on 2 years, much more capable of stepping in and being effective in these situations.
Yeah, it's not hurting at the quarterback spot for USC, but let's hope it doesn't come to that, and Max Browne just carries them on into the Pac-12 championship game.
All right, Nick Dempsey from Conquest Chronicles helping us sort out this USC quarterback situation that Clay Helton has sorted out in regards to a decision. Nick, filling in the gaps for us in regards to getting us set for that big opener against Alabama. Appreciate it, Nick.
Of course, Mark, anytime.